One time, at a rest stop, I met a guy who lost a dog. It was the middle of the desert. He wore sweatpants and a dark blue hoodie, even though it was really rather warm outside. I don't think he liked the way he looked underneath. He told me that when he opened his door to take a piss, his dog jumped out and maybe caught a queer smell. I asked him whether his dog had ever been to the desert before. He said no. This part of the desert was real empty. I don't think I could recall seeing anyone else there that day. So I said, well, at least your dog doesn't have to worry about any cars out here. This guy, if I recall correctly, he kept rubbing his eyes over and over and scratching at his own skin. He looked like he was going to cry.
We ended up having to bake them into cinnamon rolls because this other girl, she hated mushrooms, like even on her pizza. And we ended up lying naked on her carpet. It was a Fair Isle pattern. This one day, back in Nevada, this girl I knew, you don't know her, she got mushrooms from this guy she was dating at the time. He had like this dangly little dagger earring. But the mushrooms, we ended up having to bake them into cinnamon rolls because this other girl, she hated mushrooms, like even on her pizza. And we ended up lying naked on her carpet. It was a Fair Isle pattern. You know, the funny thing about
I knew this guy named Jack. This guy wore sunglasses all the time. He wore sunglasses when it was raining. He wore sunglasses inside. I remember this guy wore sunglasses that looked like they were carved out of a big old tortoise shell. I remember he could never really look at you.
I mean, it seems like he knew the answer. He just wanted to hear somebody else say it too, you know? Like, especially if he framed it like that, you know, I feel like if he was drunk or whatever, you know, that's obviously what he knew. And he's like, please tell me that this is right or wrong. And you're like, it's right. And he's like, fuck.
I don't know. I love the brown line. I think it's the cleanest one.
Where did you get off of the green line? You took that all the way to the end of the green line? Is it the end of the green line?
That was where I had like my weird. I think I was 16, but like I'm baby faced now, but like my face has aged significantly in the last 3 years. So I was like really baby faced, and this guy came up to me, plenty of open seats on the train. Like it wasn't empty, but it wasn't full either. And this guy like just comes up on the train, sits down right next to me, and starts talking to me. At one point, he asks me how old I am, and I was like, oh, I'm 13. And he goes, you don't look 13.
I was over once at this girl's house. She invited me over to make art. And she played this song.
This exact one?
Yeah, this exact one. I mean, she had the whole album, but yeah, we smoked together, and she got her paints out, and I remember when the song came out. That night was the night I knew I was a shaman. What, you don't want to hear it?
No, it's fine.
I mean, it's just like that moment, you know, like listening to the song, covering her canvas in like colors, eating her out. That was like the exact moment I knew I was connected to something bigger than I.
Alice, you gotta listen to this. One wild fucking night.
Well, when it gets down to it, you know, when you can really feel yourself, you know, here and now, in the moment, you sort of start to realize that everything is sacred in some way or another. And that's what people don't get. Alright? Like, people think that everything is shit. You know? People think that nothing means anything. But in reality, coincidences don't happen. Alright? Like, even right now, like, the only reason we're all here right now is because of little decisions that we made. You know, little lane changes that led us down exits and veerings off into even bigger freeways. Yeah, it's just no coincidence that we're all here right now in the same room, pissing into the same restaurant room.
are you making that for?
Somebody special?
Somebody special.
Somebody special?
Like who?
Do you want it?
I'm not special.
Maybe it's for you.
Jack.
Yeah?
I don't think you should give that to me.
Rand and State. Doors open on the right at Rand and State.
You can't tell anybody this. I've never told anybody this, so you can't either. Sometimes, when I get really sad, I think about how much my dog might miss me. If I had a dog and I ended up going away for a really long time. I think about if I had a dog, how he might wait up for me if I disappear.